You can pause the motion on alchemy. That may do something for you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You could also turn off hardware acceleration in Google Chrome. That could potentially also do something for you.
Okay, so I believe when we left off, Elion was getting ready to read some last rites, and don't know why Valkithra's floating, but whatever. Give me a second. Okay. Does anybody have any qualms or quarrels about lighting it up a little bit? It's kind of dark with
I was gonna say it
nighttime.
definitely looks a lot darker than the last session, but I wasn't sure if that
Well,
was
we
intentional on your part.
darkened it up because said you guys would have been in here for quite a while, so it's
Okay, got you.
it's
Yeah,
turning
even
on.
with my torch, it's pretty dark.
Okay, so let me change that up just a hair. But I do want to make mention there. Well, for ease of use, we'll do it kind of like that. How's that? Gives everybody a little bit of something, right?
Yeah,
I'd say a lot better.
Okay. Okay. So, shit, man. Just to recap, Irina's acting strange. One of the kids has disappeared. Elion was getting ready to do some last rites burials. Nat, you weren't at the last session. The sub that we had playing your character had found some stuff, like some ledgers over here on this table back in here. And there was something in this thing here, like something growled at him or some shit. I think a bunch of bats flew out of it when he opened it up, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick it off. And Elion, I'll go ahead and throw it to you, dude, as you're where we left it. So kind of walk us through, like, what are you getting ready to do to prep for whatever it is that you're about ready to do?
yeah, for sure. So the first thing Elion does is he's kneeling down by these children at this point. He's kind of lost track of even what Irina's doing, even though she's like screaming about like this being her house and shit like that. It's clearly not, totally not your house. But he's going to snuff the torch that he had lit
Mm-hmm.
to completely dampen the room of light
Okay.
and begin meticulously placing these candles
Okay.
from his priest pack.
Okay.
Probably like not a whole lot of them, 3, 4, maybe 6 to encompass the total of the two bodies.
Okay.
In
And
a
they're
pentagram.
just like little candles on the ground.
Yeah, they're nothing fancy. There would probably typically be like a more uh ornate candle holder with them with like some type of helm inscription on them, but anything like that would have been yoinked I'm more certain of.
Okay. So something kind of along the lines of what I've put out
Yeah,
here then.
precisely. Yeah, that works
Okay.
perfect.
All right. Okay.
Um and they're not technically, I guess, lit yet. But they're out. He did lay them out. And he's going to pull out his Book of Helm and just start simply thumbing through, obviously looking for a certain passage, a certain page. Do you want me to kind of just keep going, or how do you want to work this through?
So for right now, Irina seems to have taken some interest in what it is that you're doing, as does Rose, who's sitting,
The other.
sitting right here. They're both sitting with their legs crossed, just kind of watching you intently. Um, but that's really about it. Like they Rose kind of bounces for a second and looks at you, and she's just like, "Oh, a book, a book, a book," and then she just kind of sits there intently, like you're getting ready to read to her.
And Irina is actually sitting, right?
Yes.
Like, as well now.
Yeah.
Boy was originally sitting.
hmm So, like, as you kind of pulled out the Bible, I guess for all intents and purposes,
Yes.
like she immediately like ran over and sat down, like it was story time.
Yeah, seeing that, Elion is very taken back, right? He recognizes the more abnormal behavior of that now, even more so than her speaking before. He thumbs through even more passages. He looks almost frantic now, much more where before he was obviously looking for something. Now he's hurriedly expecting to find something through this book.
Okay.
He goes about 3/4 through, back to a quarter from the front, and then lands back on what a page he was on before, and just begins reciting this uh, chant. Well, not really a chant, but a paraphrase from the Book of Helm.
Okay.
He
Uh,
lean,
Go ahead.
yeah, okay, yeah. He leans over, uh, speaking directly towards Irina and the ghost child, and begins saying, Helm allows safe passage to these souls as they are now departing. May they pass and be judged by their own, for our duty to protect here is no more. Ignite the path for which these shall wander under the protection of Helm, Almighty Protector. And he begins to basically restart that sentence at this moment, if everything's still just chilling.
So as you begin to speak, have you lit the candles already?
No, the candles are still unlit.
Okay. Alrighty.
Here, I'm gonna send you something.
Okay.
Oh boy, what a fun story. But I'm not ready. This is my home. What about my brother? No, the baby.
Yeah,
Elion
Walter.
like puts the finger to his lips, and like doesn't really say anything, doesn't even really make the noise, just essentially does that and then keeps thumbing through to another page now. If there's no other reaction, he now stands up. The room is completely filled with the void of darkness now, as far as darkness gets in this house. Uh, he makes a motion with his left hand from his clavicle to his left shoulder and then to his right. From there, he chants something under his breath, speaking words of essentially Helm, but to the kids, they would hear soul, heart, and body. Use me, Helm, through your power.
As he finishes that chant, uh, a thin, like razor thin beacon of light peers in through the top of the house, which is strange because for all other ways that you've been able to see outside, it's completely dark. Uh, no sooner does the beam hit the floorboard, does the entire room glow white, and then it immediately evaporates. And the only source of light left is coming from this lantern over here and these three candles. Uh, how hard is everybody looking at the candles?
I'm watching him, and my body language is going back and forth from very happy to very angry about what he's doing and
Okay.
enjoying it, but yet not.
Okay. Anybody, at quick glance, the flame would seem normal if the wick were very wide. However, this is just a typical like string and wax candle. And anyone that would have kind of gathered this would be sort of mesmerized by the whole ordeal to recognize that the flame in itself is burning in a different manner than it normally should. It's much wider and broader than it should be. And if you were to kind of lean your head to one direction and look at it, you would recognize that it's burning in the shape of a gauntlet, a left-handed gauntlet. On top of that, there is no smoke coming from the tip of the flame. However, there is a smoky eye in the middle of the flame. And on the right side where the tear duct would be, the smoke pours out through that. Elion, you may continue.
All right. So these flames light. Elion actually takes a step back, kind of surprised that it happened, but then immediately reconcentrates, pulls himself back into the moment. He then closes the book and revealing the same symbol that was just described through the flame. So if you happen to catch that, you would happen to see that this book has the same exact insignia on it. He begins reciting kind of quietly, and as he will talk, it will get slightly louder, more predominant wording. Says, "Remember, O compassionate helm, that never was it known that anyone who fled your protection, implored your help, or sought your intercession was left unaided. Inspired by this confidence, I do worship thee. Before you I stand sinful and morose, but in your mercy hear and answer them, helm, my protector. For we light the road long enough. There will be others. Let me share my faith with my brethren, for if my torch shall be snuffed, if my light extinguished, then may it be relit by another, and my oath carried on." And as he does this, he chants that over again. Each time it gaining a bit of loudness. He's getting louder. You'll repeat it 3 times if nothing prevents him.
Okay,
Irina,
imagine this a little louder but I have a sleeping child that's sick, but just screaming. Ah!
Yeah, very. If the children were making noise or disrupting him, he would very intentionally speak over them to continue on with the passage.
give me just a second. So at this point, Irina is screaming incredibly loudly and is nearly writhing in pain on the ground. Does anybody want to do anything to help her?
Do I have my holy water?
I mean, you could bless some water, sure.
Yeah, okay. That'll come next. It's
Okay.
just more like quick thinking.
Yeah, gotcha.
If
What's
Uh,
going on?
I'm looking at Valkithra, Ismark, and Dan. Is there anything you guys want to do to?
What are you doing to her? What are you doing to her? You're hurting her.
this
Happening?
must be done, for she is not Irina no more. I believe she is possessed by this child in this room. We must vacate their souls from this property.
Okay. Ismark's like frantically looking between Irina and Ellie, and He's kind of like deciding like should he stop this or should he go and hold her down, and like you can see the sweat beading on his brow, but he's going to go and like restrain Irina.
Okay.
Is Irina like she's like flailing about, like causing harm to herself?
Yeah, she's like writhing on the floor.
All right, Dan's just been kind of standing there, looking like head bowed, but seeing that and Ismark walking towards her to help or
Get
hold her
this
down,
thing out of
he's
my
gonna go.
head.
He's gonna go help hold her down.
Than, I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Oh god damn it! Here we go. Let's see how Than's feeling tonight.
With disadvantage, just because.
You already know it. So that would be in.
Yeah, an alchemy. And if you go, you should be the third dot from the left.
And
And it'll, yeah.
Come on, Sandy Poo. Shit. All right, how did you say to roll again? I'm in the app.
Yeah. So let me load up
My
your character. You're good. Play. So third dot from the left, skills and abilities. You just want to scroll down to wisdom.
Checking a save.
Yeah, I think it's the same for you, huh? Do a save. Do a save.
Okay. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
So that's
Okay. So continue what you were doing, and check your messages in a minute.
word. But yeah, then just gonna be help after seeing Ismark approach her to hold her down. He's gonna go over and help, make sure Irina does not hurt herself. Calm down. Ellen will guide them. Yeah.
Yeah, if no one else is wishing to come over and see the show or help, we need help. Elion will start thumbing through his book now. Again, once again, Frank, he's also sweating. When you were like, or when Ishmark was looking back and forth, deciding, he also realized that Elion looks just as scared as he is. He thumbs through the book, reading several verses, several passages, and then starts rummaging through his bag, looking for other supplies that he sadly is just illy equipped for as a low level clergy member. He's, not really someone that is on the exorcism team, nor has he participated or seen or done much more than study the practice of. He starts pulling out his canteen and begins attempting to make holy water.
Okay.
He'll tell Ishmark and Than, we need to keep her from doing anything violent, and we have to watch the other one. And he looks towards the girl. Is she still there?
Yeah, she's still there, but looking over at the concern on Irina's face, Rose kind of mimics that same concern. Like she's uncertain and she begins to question, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? What is that? What is that? And she gets up and she runs over to Irina and grips her by the arm and starts just screaming at you like, no, don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. No.
You will be passed to a better place, children, for you cannot stay here any longer. As he continues attempting to bless this water, assuming it would take a little more time.
Okay.
What are you doing? What about my toys? What about my home? What is going
on?
Irina, are you trying to like get up and like run away at all?
I'm going to be holding on to the little girl and kind of rocking back and forth, looking scared and worried about what he's going, and I eventually
Yeah,
get
because
her to. Oh, well.
I think Ismark has her pinned down right now, like she's restrained.
You're
So
not, you're not going
Oh
anywhere.
yeah, no.
so I didn't know.
Holding on to the girl because she just came to me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was just gonna say if you were trying to fight, I was gonna make you guys do out some strength rolls
You
to
can't
see if
take
you.
this anyway.
I've seen his stat sheet. I think he's right.
Feel like if if she's nervous and scared and it's painful, that she's probably going to try to get away
Okay.
in some way to.
Yeah,
stop it,
you
especially
can
if
roll.
the sister is coming.
You can roll a strength roll if you want, and then he'll have to beat it to keep you pinned. Otherwise, you'll be able to kind of slide out.
Little slippery little snake.
I'm so strong. I rolled a 6.
Nice.
If it's athletics, 23. So you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. All right. He's just kind of standing over you. He's doing man, who was the wrestler that used to just put like one foot on their chest and then flex over them?
Everybody's wrestled with an older sibling that was just way out of their class.
Yeah.
I'm also holding on and consoling the girl ghost
Excuses.
at the same time.
Okay. All right. So Irina's unable to move. She's completely restrained by Ismark. The girl continues to sit there and worriedly kind of look back and forth between everybody. And she takes a second to look at Valkithra and just kind of sneer at her. Like, that she looks at her and she speaks, "How dare you stand there and do nothing?" And then spits on the floor.
Valkithra is literally just watching the scene. She seems calm in her demeanor, but she's been she has the hilt of her weapon in her hand, but she hasn't summoned it. She's just holding it and like twirling it amongst her fingers, like waiting for any moment that might turn sour.
All right, you got the Greta Thunberg treatment there.
There you go. I'm
okay.
watching the fire of the house behind me burn down with a slight smile on my face.
Okay, got you. Elion, you're free to continue, man.
Oh boy. All right. We're gonna try this. Has this water been blessed? Is this holy water?
Yeah.
Do I need to actually bless it with a spell to do that, or
You just did, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Fantastic. So
actually, you know what? You take a second to hold up a a water skin of nothing else, because I don't think you guys have any flask of any kind. So you pull out your water skin. You pull out the cork stopper on it and begin to chant. And as you do, you kind of notice like a small beam of light coming out of the top of it. However, when you stop and look down on it, it's no longer clear water as you see it. It's almost like someone put like a luminescent glitter inside the water. Like you can just kind of see it swirling around.
Which I presume would be most akin to holy water.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's this, you can immediately discern that whatever it is that you're holding now isn't just water.
Yeah, yeah. And instead of hitting Irina with it, he actually takes a little bit towards tries to puddle his fingers essentially to flick it, and tries to flick it at the girl.
Rose?
Yes.
Okay. Rose.
Like a Catholic priest that like
Yeah, yeah.
like he'd have a bottle,
Dude, he's
but
only
put the
red.
stick
Like on
top.
the Exorcist,
Torch it.
how he's
Yeah.
like throwing it
Oh,
at.
nice
Yeah,
comparison.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
there it
he
is.
knows he's limited on the shit, so he can't be out there splashing the little thing around.
She runs, and she gets up all the lights in the room flicker, and she goes to run towards the door. Then do you stop her?
Yes.
Okay. She almost effortlessly form tackles Stand, like drives him straight to the ground, flat on his back, and she disappears in a weird, like ethereal smoke almost.
You got Than's pure soul. As she took off running, if possible, Elyon would start another chant, or a passage, I should say. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he begins saying, "Helm, allow safe passage to this soul," as he's it's him trying to get another puddle in his hand. As they are now departing, may they pass and be judged, as he attempts to do a flick. By their own, for our duty to protect is no more. As he tries to extend his fingers now for a second flickage of holy water on this ghost demon before she jumps through Than. I mean, I know she's gonna do it, but you know what I mean.
While he's doing that, can Than kind of stomp over?
Yeah,
Elion?
yeah.
What are you doing? And Than's gonna try and shove Elion.
You bastard. You bastard.
All right, are you like full bore, like two-handed him, putting some nuts into the shove, or are you just like, hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Fuck 'em up.
One of these is going to require
I'll say that. I'm your
a
healer,
strength. Is one of these is going to require a strength save?
Sometimes a cleric needs to get spanked a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
They like it.
So I think if
You ain't lying.
All right.
if Valkythra's we all saw this. Did we all see the spirit hit
Yes.
Sand?
yep. Like
I would
he
say
landed with a bit of a thud on the
because
floor.
we saw Irina get taken over too, so we kind of suspected something was up with her. That's why Valkythra like kneed her in the shoulder and she was getting screamed at and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, Valkythra would like try to take out his knee. Like she's gonna summon her axe and turn it over to the blunt side of it and like swing it toward his knee before he can get to Elyon.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
And
And then Valkythra took my knee out.
then Valkythra take my knees.
She's kind of been like, this is the moment, right? This is kind of the thing that she's been prepped for. She's been watching. She's
Someone's
been
gonna get
waiting.
fucking.
Yeah.
Taking someone's knees.
Somebody's about to get fucking kneecapped, and they're gonna like it.
But the knee-
Yeah.
Someone's gonna call me mommy tonight.
Yeah. To pull a hot rod. Somebody is gonna get their dick hole smashed. Okay.
I'm gonna still trying to fight my brother.
Okay.
Out
With
of
an athletics roll like that, though, like I almost don't feel it does you any justice to have him roll again. Like he
no.
very clearly has you like smothered on the floor.
I mean, I want them to clearly know that I'm trying to get up and
Yeah, got you.
get away from my sister.
Yep, that checks it out.
Salt, check your messages.
Well, yeah.
I would like to know, like everyone to know though, as Than is like stomping over, the stomp ain't just like a, grown man stomp. It's like a It's a pissed off child stomp.
Like you feel it through the
There
fucking
you go.
My
ground.
knees.
She's
Yeah,
stepping
it's
so
like
hard.
both my arms are straight out at my sides at fists, and I'm like high knee stomping towards you. Like,
you got like both of your fists like pointing down, arms straight in between your legs, and you're doing like the sumo guy like foot plant whenever you get there. That's my brother. Stomp, stomp.
I got my roll in there.
Okay, excellent. Let me see it. Give me just a second because I might have to type some shit. Oh, nice. Okay.
That's a good roll.
Highest perception roll I've ever had all game.
Valkithra,
knees.
you notice
Oh yeah, I saw him.
in this house back here, you recognize at the top that there are several figures. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4,
God damn it.
5, 6 of them. There's 7 small dolls standing in a room. And as you look closer, you recognize that there are 3 candles on the floor, 2 beds on either side of the room, and a toy chest by the door. You look even closer, you recognize that one of the figurines looks like you, and another that looks like Elion, and another that looks like Ismark. However, for Thand and for Irina, the figures are 2 children. What do you do?
Break every single fucking figure, dude.
We just kneecap the child then at that point, right?
Just snap all of them in half.
Now you're having a moral dilemma. He's like, oh, I don't want to kneecap a child. That's kind of messed up. Than though, oh, he's better. He's finna get it.
And
Fuck
you-
that damn dude.
You
I
notice
kneecap everybody.
looking back a little bit more, you can see another figure of Trevok in a couple rooms away.
Taking a shit. Yeah, of course.
Sometimes you gotta poop.
Which one is controlling Thand at the moment? That was the boy, right?
It's the girl.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because the boy was inside of her.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna grab the girl figurine.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold it over one of these candles
Okay.
and say, "Do not move further. I will destroy this."
All right. Give me just 1 second. The girl one. Give me just a second. I'm typing out a message. Okay, so you pull the little figurine of the girl up off of the floor, and as soon as you pull it away, no sooner does you pull it away is there another figurine taking its place, and you hold the small figurine of the child in your hands. Give me 1 second. Okay. Guess I probably could have just said that out loud. Irina, you're confused as to why it is that Ismark is holding you down.
As Irina, what?
Wait, was the little girl or the little boy ghost figurine picked up?
Oh yeah, did you grab the girl or the boy?
I grabbed the girl that's in.
Oh,
Thand.
excuse me. All right, never mind.
Freaking hard.
And huge fail.
Skill issue.
Yeah, DM skill.
Death, bud.
DM skill failed. Check.
Skill death, bud. Get good, scrub.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take the figure of the girl. It's same as before. I just fucked it up. You take the figure of the girl, and as you pull it out, as your hands pass through, another figurine manifests itself there in the shape of Thand. And you said you wanted to hold it over the fire?
I'm going to threaten the ghost.
Okay. How are you going to threaten it? What are you going to say? Also, give me just a second. So for the sake of this Trevok, Trevok would be on the opposite. Yeah, he's on pretty much on the opposite side of the dollhouse from where you guys are on this floor. He would be like in the back, kind of like over here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Yeah, well, he has.
There's the figurine.
Yeah. Yeah, he spotted another figurine that looked like you. Okay, so you're gonna hold the thing to the candle right here?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you say to threaten it?
If you do not let Elyon finish the scripture, I will burn this figurine of yourself. Either way, you go peacefully.
As you say
go
that,
into the fire.
the ghost of the girl steps out of the dollhouse, and she holds her hands out, and she just says, "Please don't burn my toys."
Should have told her to get fucked. Caspian actually says that.
I'm just gonna hold it there. I'm gonna ignore her.
Okay. Elion, what are you doing?
He's about to flick holy water on a fucking Irina's face.
Okay. All right.
Giving this a go.
Combination of waterboarding and exorcism.
I'm not gonna lie, that is
go.
kind of how I wrote it out to be. It was like the exorcisms for Hell Knights is like kind of just waterboarding the fuck.
I'm saving them.
Take that, holy water. It's working. More.
You're gonna like put
Cloth over the
an
mouth.
altar cloth over their face.
It starts with the cloth.
Have you flicked at the water yet?
Yes, if nothing happens beforehand.
She visually stops fighting Ismark and puts her hands to her face.
Elion just looks fucking surprised. Uh-oh. What was that?
You're the best.
Oh shit! I was trying to get rid of it.
Too late now. We see it.
Oh no, you were supposed to see the first one.
Oh. Okay.
So you throw just little splickets of that holy water.
Mm-hmm.
It hits Irina's face and hands and begins to sizzle like an ice cube on a hot griddle. And she screams in agony.
Elion rethinks this tactic now. This is possibly not the best idea.
Maybe not the face. Maybe not the face.
Valkithra is going to stand up with the little girl doll and grab for the little boy doll as well and pull it down as well.
That's why they use the rag.
You hear from the fucking hallway, is this what you guys fucking do all the time?
Can I grab the boy figurine as well?
Yep. Go for it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of stretch out a little bit, one hand toward the fire and the other hand going toward the boy's figurine and pull it off or pull it out of the house as well.
Okay. And so you are holding it. What are you doing with it?
At the moment, probably just going to have both of them over the fire.
Okay. As
About to
you
give some Hellmite high fives there.
as you go to low five the Hellmite flame, the Irina's still screaming. Her cries, I guess, turn from screams of pain into sobbing, essentially, like she's defeated in a sense, as the pain has kind of overtaken her. And the boy manifests next to you and says, "Please don't burn my toys."
Elyon, finish your rites.
Might be best to just burn the fucking toys, but
Fuck it, we're burning the toys. He says it, we're doing it.
yeah, he starts reading from the book as she fucking begins burning the toys. This is how we're doing this one. Two
Jesus
birds.
Christ, Mike. Jesus Christ.
We're getting this thing done one way
Turn
or
Caspian
another.
Australian. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Crikey.
That's not a fire. This is a fire. Okay. So you hold the toys over the candle to kind of taunt the ghost, so to speak. And the smoke and the soot pouring out of the tear duct of this eye of the flame begins to stain the wooden toys in your hand. The kids, for lack of a better description, really don't like this, like at all. But they kind of jump up and down, pleading like, "Please don't burn our toys! Please don't burn our toys! Please, please!" And then Rose drops to her hands and knees, or I guess she drops to her knees and then puts her hands together. And Thorn immediately does the same. And they say in a very strange unison, "Please, sir, don't burn our toys."
Can Than pipe up?
Yes.
Oh, it's all right, guys. Valkyther, take those away from the flame. What if we put them by the bones, and each of you got to choose one toy out of the box, and then you can sit there and be good.
Are you trying to adopt some children?
They
quickly glance over like, "No, I'm trying to get rid of these fucking kids." We're like,
at this they both sit down with their hands out. And they're like, "Please, just give us all toys." So they're no longer kneeling. Now they're sitting back cross-legged as they were before with their hands out. What do you do, Valkithra?
I think at the moment I'm just going to keep them just slightly above the fire, but enough that, yeah, like, you know, like a marshmallow, really. You're not getting it in the fire. You don't want to catch it on fire. You're just trying to.
Yeah, got you. Giving a little toast action.
Yeah.
All right. They kind of continue to beg you for a moment. And Thorn jumps up and grabs you by the wrist and tries to pry it from your hands. I need you to give me a strength roll.
Fair enough.
Be a strength save. What is the difference between a save and a check? Is it the save offers the proficiency bonus if you have it for that roll, right?
Right. So
Correct.
whenever you say strength, in this case would probably be like athletics would be like climbing, acrobatics would be getting away, but strength would be like an opposed strength roll. It's your strength versus my strength.
Yep.
So that's the only difference.
No, athletics would be appropriate for grappling.
Could you do make it
That too, I could see either one.
If you have it trained, you can use it. It's more so like if you have it trained, you're gonna use athletics, but if you don't have it trained, it's just a straight strength check.
Damn, what a hot fucking roll, dude. Oof.
Yeah, I have 0 strength.
Yeah, I was gonna make you lose that. I'm not gonna now.
Wow.
Well, I guess let me roll I'm just gonna roll a fucking
Hardcore campaign my fucking dick.
Oh yeah, no, they 100% didn't take that shit from you. So he kind of like goes to take it or whatever, and he can't, and he just leaves, or he just turns around, faces towards the corner with you to his back. He crosses his arms with a bit of an attitude, raises his chest up, and as soon as he goes, and then his chest deflates and he sits poutingly, facing towards the corner away from you. And Rose
further into the fire.
Rose stands up and grabs you by the hand. Although the manifestation of the tiny hand that grabs you is much smaller than the force you feel around your forearm. Something much larger seems to be holding you. And as it touches you, actually give me a wisdom save. Give me another.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little low.
No.
As this thing touches you, you're immediately bereaved with the thought of being a failure, and that the only thing that could have ever brought you joy ended up being nothing thus far, and yet you've given everything to take it. And there's really no other way to say it other than you regret nearly every life choice that you have made to this point. To Taeneas, who died on the bluff side because of you. Your inadequacy all throughout everything that you've done to this point is all at the forefront of your mind. And you, in your mind, you immediately think, I just want this to stop. And the only thing you hear is, just drop them. What do you do?
I don't think there's much I can do about that. I seem very overwhelmed. I think I'm just going to drop them.
Okay. They
Into the fire, motherfucker.
In the fire, the flames will carry on.
Well, I think it's one of those where, like, as the hand grabs me, like I'd already, like the boy turned around and she started to stand up, and I started to put the boy first into the fire, and I'd swapped the toys to that main hand and was just holding it like sandwich style, where the boy was on the bottom into the fire and she's on top.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in that instance, it's like I'm not really looking at the fire or what I'm doing, because I'm overwhelmed with this grief. And as the hand is touching me and holding me and saying, drop them, the only thing I do is just drop my hand, even if I'm burning myself.
Okay. So the second your fingers release, you feel your hand let go, and it kind of snaps up a little bit instinctively, like as if you were trying to pull it away. But you can't help but look away from where you were gripped on your forearm. And it settles into you now, if it hasn't already before, that there are things here that are far beyond anything that you could have ever thought of. The horrors of the Shadowvar thus far have barely scathed anything that you've just felt to this point. And with that, like your only true goal now is to figure out how to get the fuck out of here. Like that's the first thing that comes to your mind. It's like, fuck whatever bullshit that was that I was just thinking about. Fuck this thing that was just grabbing me. Fuck these kids. I gotta get out of here.
Man, fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids. That's the forefront of your mind, is how the fuck do I get out of here? Fuck this place. So what do you do, my friend?
I will drop the toys and I will push my way through Elion and Thand here, and I'll go toward the door in the back
Okay.
and see if I can get out.
So as you turn to walk off,
Very frantically, I might add. Like they're gonna know something's up, right? Like
yeah.
I'm done with it. Like get
Mhm.
the fuck out of the room. I need out. Like almost like you're trapped on a plane, or you're like getting into a box and you're claustrophobic.
Gotcha. Okay, so Thorn sits with his back towards the rest of the party. He looks strictly at the corner. Rose kneels down, quickly gathers the wood figurines.
I would try to grab them.
You're gonna try and grab them?
Yes.
Uh,
Especially if Valkithra randomly drops them and just takes off running through me in my perspective.
Okay.
And since, you know.
You go to reach for them, the hand just juts forward, and you follow the tiny arm up, and a small cherubic face is just scowling at you. Large, dark eyes seem like they're peering through every facet of facade that you could muster, and is peering directly at you. And it's been a while since someone has looked at you in a way that you could immediately recognize is going to haunt you in the future. Like, you are incredibly unsettled as she looks at you. And your only inclination is to just kind of slowly curl your hand away and not to bother her or the toys. And as you kind of go to stand back up, she gathers them, tries to dust some of the soot off, and then turns and wraps her arms around Thorn. And as soon as that happens, the candles go out. The room is pitch black, including the lantern. It's all out. And you have, as an elf, dark vision, and kind of scanning the corner where they're sitting, you don't see any shadows or anything. It looks like it's empty there where they were. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Got to remove these candles.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elion's gathering his candles and just putting his book in his pack.
And I think it's time for the brother to let go of us.
So
Yes.
So, because all of you are kind of in here, Valkithra pushes herself through the door, and nothing happens. She just walks through.
I'm gonna go the direction of where the doll was for Trevok.
Okay. So
I'm going
that
to
would
leave.
be like over here is the door.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start heading that direction.
Okay. Second here.
I would like to leave.
Okay.
And scowl at the chest when I walk by.
Okay, is anybody, I'm assuming everybody's going to leave that room?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
Elion's gonna be the last one out, just to make sure everyone makes it out, I guess. But
just before Smart goes, he glances at the dollhouse if it's open. Does he see any other figures within it besides?
No, not currently. Actually, give me a perception roll.
A 17.
Okay, yeah, no, you don't see anything.
Okay, out the door.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So you don't notice necessarily a figurine, but on the very bottom, you're able to kind of discern a flight of steps that comes all the way back up to the top on the same floor that you're on. I guess ultimately, too, with a 17, you recognize walking through here that this dollhouse is essentially a tiny copy of this gargantuan house that you're in. And you're kind of looking at everything. You see the entryway, the fireplace, the massive, I'm trying to think of the word, the massive flights of stairs, and even up to the secret stairwell that Elion had found. And you're even able to trace it all the way back up into the room that you're in. And you recognize that this is 100% some form of like living dollhouse. And on the very bottom floor, you recognize something that seems kind of out of place. There's a piece of floor on a hinge. Do you want to touch that piece of floor?
No. Oh, God damn it. Yes, of course.
Okay. I need a dexterity save.
Yeah.
Or I'll tell you what happens.
Oh, 6.
Okay. So you touch this piece of floor on a hinge, and no sooner do you put any little bit of weight on it, does that tiny, tiny little piece fold downward, and the weight of your finger pushes down onto a small bronze thumbtack.
Yep.
And you take 4 damage, 4 piercing
Amazing.
damage.
This is the most powerful thumbtack.
You were just like super hell bent on pushing that fucking thing in.
Oh,
there.
you're damn right. I pushed the
Yeah.
hell out of it.
Yeah.
It's like through my thumbnail.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
cool.
You were like, fuck this piece in particular. Okay. So everybody's kind of marching their way out.
Yeah.
Elion's backing out, but yeah, he's keeping his eyes
Never-
towards the corner.
Never
Okay.
went in the goddamn place.
Smart. Okay. So let me establish turn order really quick, just so that way we can kind of run. You know what? Let me just do this. Irina, what are you doing?
As soon as I'm able to get out of the room, I'm going to take a moment to just kind of check myself and make sure my face is not melting completely off still.
No, it currently, so you reach up and you kind of, there are some minor burn marks. They feel, I mean, you've cooked, I'm sure. It's not enough to cause a blister, but it is enough that it hurts to touch. And like if you were to walk quickly, like even the air would kind of agitate it just a little bit. But you're currently no longer being burned. And as you wipe it away, it was nothing but water.
I'm going to turn to Elion, and as much as I appreciate you trying to save me, could we aim not at the face, please, next time? This is the money maker. We have to keep this pretty.
Yeah, apologies. I'm not exactly wasn't ready to exercise someone today. I'm not that guy. Practically says.
Faces are never sacrificed.
That's good.
All right. So I'm assuming you leave the room then, Irina, after that?
Yes.
Okay. Drag you out there. Ismark, you take a second to just kind of pop your finger in your mouth and suck a little bit of blood away that's off the fingertip. What do you do after that?
He's a vampire now.
It has begun.
You guys remember that time Ismark got tetanus?
Okay, so I'll fight off the lockjaw, and I will. So that little trap door at the bottom, that was something that we hadn't found within the house.
Yeah, that was it was lower than what you remember. But you see a stairwell that would take you there.
We hadn't yet.
Yeah, no, you haven't quite found it yet. But you do recognize that the the door to that stairwell. I guess the stairwell right here would be up at the top by where Trevok is.
Just gonna mosey over towards Trevok then.
Okay. All right, Thand.
Yeah. Continue out of the room with everyone. Kind of, staying by on the inside. Probably the last two out of the room. Kind of shoveling backwards.
Okay. So you're gonna stand in the way of the door, I'm assuming, until Elion gets close enough to be able to, shove his way out in the event that the door slammed on him.
Yeah, nitpicking, but I guess that's the chest there. But yeah, a little bit off to the side, so it's like he could slip past if he was running, and then he could step out.
Okay. All right, and then Ismark's out too. Okay, so Elion, I'm assuming you're leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. Caspian, you trying to do anything in all this?
Well, let's see here. No.
Okay. All right, so Valkithra is going to go first. I need everybody but Salt to go down to the Strahd too. I'll message one of you guys whenever we get there. Or actually, better yet, yeah.
Ian, you go.
All right, we'll go. We're going.
We're flying.
Hang on. Oh, God damn it.
To get out this split.
We need to get out of chat.
Yeah. Go down to the Strahd 2 chat. Yeah, where everybody else is going.
Trevok's taking a shit. Oh, he's good.
So you enter this room and you recognize Trevok off to the left. And out of the corner of your eye, do you see a strange, doubled over backwards figure? And
if I can interrupt real quick, I think I would come in looking for it because I already saw it as the doll figure, right?
Okay, yeah.
I would totally just be like, Trevok, we're getting the fuck out of here. And then I'm looking that direction too, something in here with you.
Got you. Okay, so you walk in. I'll actually go ahead and bring him back. Let me share this with you on Alchemy. Sure. Because you're the only one that can see it. If you look, you should have something under your handouts thing named Dazoth.
I do not.
Under the handouts?
Yeah, I'm looking under handouts.
Oh, that's strange. Okay, whatever. I'll
Yeah, it just says when the GM gives you maps or handouts, they will be displayed here. I got nothing.
Okay, that's crazy. Because I definitely it didn't save it. All right, what about now?
There it is. Got it.
Okay. So disregard the whatever this hive thing is growing up out of the center of its chest, but the rest of it is as pretty much as it would be.
So the ribs are still exposed? And,
yep.
Okay, got you.
Mm-hmm. And it's doubled over to the point where its head is almost equal with his ass.
Yeah. I like it.
All right. Good. So give me just a second here. Let me pull this up. It keeps going to the top, man. We find it. Standing in the corner of the storage room is a brutally butchered figure. Transparent and glowing with a white hue, the head of a man hang nearly to the ground as his chest of which is bursted outward and bending backwards to where the head hangs nearly as low as the waistline. Do not despair, me keeper. It is rare that those like you arrive here. You will learn that others cannot hear or see me. It is only you. And I implore you, please, free me from this wretched prison. Take what you've gathered, ready your journals, and take what I offer you. Please, I beg of you, take me with you from these walls. Let my burdens burn away in the sun outside of the fog. I can nearly bear this prison another second. Please, go to the crypts just beyond this door. And as he says that, a crooked finger kind of lazily points out to the door behind Trevok. Give me just 1 second. You will find the living quarters, find my space, and search for a red leather-bound journal. Within it describe all of my time in the occult. I wish to be absolved of all my wrongdoings, though I fear that will not happen. An eternity in rot, destined to remain the unclean. What do you do?
Does this happen to be either one of the books that I possess already?
Currently,
One
no.
From
Nope.
downstairs or the one that was hidden?
No, so what he just said was you need to take the stairs down, go to the cultist living quarters, and find a red leather-bound book.
Okay. And he said that was a journal for him?
Mm-hmm. And he specifically says that he is destined to remain the unclean.
What do you
Okay.
know of this place? What do you know of the children? Who are you? What is the unclean?
Oh, no. I am Dazoth. I am the unclean. The children, do not worry of them. They are apparitions of this hellhole, this prison, these walls that contain me. Please, take me away from here.
Are you bound to your journal? Is that how we get you out?
I'm stuck in this house. There are more like me, though they do not repent their awful, awful deeds as I do. I knew that you were important, Keeper. I knew that you would be able to bear witness of my presence, though I am quite certain the others will not.
He called me Keeper?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So what do you want to do? You want to call to everybody else? Look at Trayvok? So Trayvok's in here, he's watching you do this, but he doesn't hear the other person. It's just you.
Let's drag him up here, and I'll recite what I'm saying without your portion of it.
Gotcha. Yoink. All right, go ahead, Salt.
So you see Valkithra calling you, and I assume you're there, right, Trayvok? We didn't just pull in somebody AFK?
Tyler.
What's up? Just napping.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
You see Valkithra come in. She's like frantic. She's like, Trayvok, I know you're back here. I saw a figurine of you in the child's room. There's something in here with you, and you just see her lock eyes with something in the distance, but you don't see it close to the, like where the lantern is in that back area, but not in the lantern area. And she kind of freezes for a moment, and she's focused, and her words trail off. We're leaving. We're getting out of here. What do you mean? The servants' quarters, leather-bound book. Are you tied to the book? What do you mean? I don't understand how to free you, so to speak, but I don't understand why. Trayvok, do you see anyone else in here?
So Trayvon's just like, tell him I have to take him, mate. What the fuck you talking about? It's like, no, it's just me. And I'm like waving I think I'm still holding the torch, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of waving my torch around towards the area that you're talking about. Like, who be in here? What are you talking about? What are you going on about?
There's I don't know, maybe another apparition. We were dealing with the children, and that went south. I don't know if we can even save anything here. I don't know what's going on. Something grabbed my arm, and I want to leave. I want to flee, but he's telling us to go through the door. Through the door that you're by.
This door?
Yes. Were you going down? Were you headed there to the servants' quarters? You start to get the impression like she knows more than you do at this point.
Yeah. Well, Trevok would be like, yeah, like I looked around, didn't see any shit. Was gonna go to this door. Like, did you get it here?
All right, give me a second. We'll pull everybody else back up because at this point they would have all followed you to the room. Boop,
Got you.
boop, boop, boop. So you guys, as you all approach the door, you can hear Valkithra kind of frantically talking, and she is kind of back and forth between Trevok and a wall, so to speak.
Am I giving them time, or am I
Is
gonna
Trevok
just
in the room
go
with
straight
us?
to the door?
Or she's
Yeah,
like-
I'm back now. You guys are in here with me, right?
Yeah. I'm getting ready to.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if that's what we hear, then fuck yeah, I'm walking.
Yeah, you
over
guys
there,
are.
man.
Are we in a turn order, DM?
We can be. Give me just a second. Let me turn base and just at random. I'm going to start. Actually, you know what? We'll just follow the one that we have, but we'll start with you, Trevok.
I have
All
a
right.
question before we start.
Okay.
Anything happen to the room behind, like once we all left? Like, did the door close? Did anything happen once everyone
No.
exited the room?
Nope. It's just
Okay.
pitch black in there now.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna facilitate Valkithra's request, and I'm going to open the door to my left, like because that's where Trevok was headed.
Okay. So
before the disruption.
you go to push the door open, and you can feel a backdraft coming back through it, almost to the point where it pushes the door back closed again. But you kind of just like push your shoulder into it and then extend your arm back out, and then the smell hits you. I need you to roll a con save.
Yeah.
Don't pull a Thand.
All right.
Speaking of Thand moments, Thand is gone. He's disappeared from this plane of
Oh, shit.
existence.
I got you. He is.
That's
He
my
is.
side.
He is legit gone though. I don't be knowing where. Oh no, he's
Thand failed to
he's
save
right
on
here.
the way out the door.
No, he's right next to
Yeah, he
Elion.
is. He's
You're
right
good.
there.
I clicked the thing and it wasn't bringing me to it. My bad.
You're good. That'd have been
You
hilarious.
just rolled a 1 in real life.
Sorry, what was
Perception
the
roll for
requested
Thand.
roll?
Con save, yeah.
How do I? Where's my con?
So give me just a second. You'll.
Con save.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, absolutely. So the smell hits you,
this motherfucker.
and you want to retch, but you recognize that other people are watching, and you're like, no, fuck that. Dwarves don't
just
puke.
gonna shit
And you
myself.
you choke it back, and you're like, Oh, so it ends up just kind of being like a little bit of a baby burp.
Okay.
And so you manage to shove the door open. Okay, Salt. Or excuse me,
I
you
want to say
managed.
real quick. I think as everybody else started to come in, they were hearing like Valkithra was pretty frantic because she was like scared in the other room more or less. But you don't really hear what she was saying, right? Like y'all are just coming in. She was kind of like high pitched. She's talking to Trevok, and then he's opening the doors, kind of just to fill you guys in on what y'all are kind of seeing coming in.
Okay. So are you like calling back at them saying, come on, we're leaving. We're getting out of here.
Is that
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
To get them into the room.
So in traditional aliens fashion, Valkithra kind of pokes her head back out at everybody, and she's like, come on, we are leaving. And
Yeah.
with that, everybody, I'm assuming, is just going to funnel into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Trevok, man, you're first up to make the descent.
All right. Then I am moving. Where?
Into
damn it.
Avernus, we switch campaigns.
Don't spoil it, Nat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're at a place worse than hell. Why? Why would we switch now?
I'll be the judge of that.
Off to the sex dungeon we go.
Sex dungeon!
Woo!
Sorry,
we
my game
were-
is real laggy. So is that?
Yeah. If you want, here Are you gonna wait for anybody, or are you just like barreling down these steps? Like, describe to me the action here.
Who's putting
So-
your in here?
So okay, let me just narrate it then. So Trevok like hears Valkithra come in. She's ushering everyone else to come in behind her. As y'all are coming in, you're hearing kind of a back and forth between Valkithra and Trevok, like kind of filling them in. And one of the things they may have heard was like there's something in the room, like over by the lantern. And Trevok's like, yeah, I'm going through this door. So he's opening the door and like let's like mirroring Valkithra's urgency, like let's get out of the room, get out of here. So yes, so as far as my movement will allow, I am going head first through this door.
Okay, so that'll get you there, about right there.
All
Right.
right.
Are you waiting for everyone, or are you just like trudging forward, like fuck
No,
this place?
I'm doing like, like dash look back, like
Okay.
like making sure people are like coming along, but I'm not hesitating. Like I'm kind of continuing to move forward and like just checking back that people are following.
Okay. So you kind of push your way through a few small spider webs, though it's nothing like massive or anything like that. Like, they're just cobwebs. But you get through about the third one before you recognize, like, hang on, wait a second. This isn't how the rest of the house has been. So what the fuck? And then you just kind of take a second, you pull the cobwebs off, and at that point,
Yeah.
you go to Ismark. What are you doing, Ismark?
I am just hauling ass right behind Trayvon, getting down there as far as I can.
Okay. So that will just put you on steps like right mirror. Okay. Than.
Haley's playing with layers, so I have no goddamn clue where I am.
Oh, you're
I
good.
got a question, DM.
What's up?
Just to speed this up, can we just ask if anybody's going to do anything different besides follow Trevok?
Good call. Is anybody gonna like look around the room first? Is anybody gonna check some shit out? Anybody doing anything out of the
I'm gonna guess that
ordinary?
we searched this place before we came up. I wasn't here for the previous session.
No, this room. So Trayvok's been in here, but he hasn't
Yeah.
done a whole lot of rooting around yet. It was just like, hey, here's a door, and then
Well,
Valkithra came.
I did a roll, but it was
Did,
low,
yeah.
and so I didn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't get much. I didn't really have anything to go off of.
So
Give me that
far as I
mayor's
know.
perception shit.
it was like whenever you look for the ketchup in the fridge and you're like, babe, where's the ketchup? She's like, it's in the
Yes.
door. And you're like, it's not in the fucking door. And then like you get like a minor like tension like argument. And she gets up and like stomps over to the refrigerator and then just points to the fucking ketchup in the door and then grabs it and shoves it into your chest. That's before all of those things happened. That's Trayvok was the it's not in the door.
There's
Okay,
nothing
so-
in here, guys.
I'm gonna give it a look. See, do I? So
Yeah, you can do a perception.
give me that shit. Well, it's not my turn. It's Dan's.
Oh, excuse me. All right, Dan, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dan? Dan.
Where am I? I'm
Dan,
kind
Dan,
of stacked up.
Dan.
So
Yeah.
first thing I'm gonna do, kind of just walk, separate, get a little cramped over there. I mean, I'll just give it a glance over. Take a look around the room, see like what the hell's there's some spooky shit going on in the other one. He's just gonna look around.
Okay, so you gonna do a perception, or are you just taking everything at face value?
I'll see. You know what? Let's see what happens.
Okay.
How you feeling, Thand?
He's got to try out these alchemy dice. The
Yeah, everybody should. To be fair, well, no, never mind. He rolled. Oh wait, no, I rolled that d20. To be fair, man, Than's been rolling hot in here.
Is it via check? Do we say that was check or via? Nope.
It's just
definitely check.
perception.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, skills and ability.
Well, he's just not sure if he should run check or save. Yeah.
View. Oh, it's a 14.
Save is if he's actually trying to like not die. If you're doing something to him, he's gonna save against it. If it's
Okay.
a check, he's gonna try and do something.
That makes perfect sense. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay, so at a 14, you look around the room and you recognize that all things have a common theme. Everything is covered in white sheets specifically. And you notice, there's a couple mannequins kind of here or there, like, like mannequin parts that you can see kind of out underneath some of the sheets here. There might be like an arm or like a little bit of like a torso with a head on it, but it's all fabric. However, looking over here into the corner, you notice an arm with what looks to be probably like 3 or 4 very large, very visceral lacerations in this arm. It's definitely not fabric, and the portions of porcelain white, nearly blue skin, where these lacerations are tinged with purple and flaky scabs almost. What do you do?
Anyone else see that over there? Then just gonna kind of point at it. Let everyone know that he sees something over there.
You see a hand?
Yeah, so he points like over here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, they've been known to eat each other here. It's fucking cannibals and shit like that.
You're down the stairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not down the stairs.
Oh, Valkithra's not down the stairs?
Well,
Oh, that's
I think
Than and Trevok.
We were
Yeah.
all up here, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Continue, sir. Sorry, it's a little dark. I couldn't see your model.
I found the journal that said that they were cooking up recipes to make people taste better, things of that nature. You should know that. I told you all about it. It is not surprising to see an arm sliced up here.
So does
Or that thing in the corner that I still see, that apparently I'm the only one that can see it. And I'm just starting to get frantic. I start to panic myself again.
Roll wisdom save.
yeah, actually do roll me a wisdom save.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, good. I'm acing this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
So you're overcome with the sudden urge to just like bolt out of the fucking room. But you're like, you immediately take a second to compose yourself. You're like, all right, fuck this place. Let's do it. Okay, now tell me what your action is. Or I guess, excuse me, hang on. Than, do you want to do anything else? Are you going anywhere closer to it? What's the deal?
Yeah, I'm moving close to the door.
You're going to the door? Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and move your guy. And then wherever you end up at, that'll end your turn.
Nice. Boom.
Okay. Irina.
I'm just following.
Okay. So you're bolting out too?
Yes.
Are you going down the stairs or are you
I'm following them down the stairs.
okay. All right. So we'll just catch you on up with them. Boop. All right. Elion, what are you doing?
Did Valkythra say anything when she said like something about seeing something?
Yes,
Sorry.
she actually said that shit. She said she saw some shit that no one else seems to be able to see. And she's literally staring at it right now.
Yeah, I want to try to perceive that shit.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead.
His eyeball pops out of socket.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're welcome.
21.
Nice.
So you just in quick glancing around the room recognize so many different things. But the main thing that points out to you is where Valkythra is looking, there is nothing there. But the one thing that you take quick note of, the arm that's coming out from underneath this sheet, that shit hasn't been filleted, dog. That arm was stabbed. but the meat and everything is still very much there. This person was not eaten. So what do you wish to do?
Can I actually examine Valkithra?
Sure. Salt, I'll let you do the details on this one. He's got a high enough perception to see pretty much fucking any expression in any way that you're feeling, even if you were trying to hide it.
Yeah, precisely. I want to read your actual
You're reading
expression.
my aura.
Yeah. Oh no, not
You
literally.
doing a
but
palm reading?
Yeah. More of a palm reading than
Analyzing
a
micro expressions.
Yeah.
So, from the time that she was inside the kids' room, and you noticed then that she pushed past you very quickly, she dropped the toys, she kind of stormed out of the room, not like out of anger, but not even really just fear, more like just a we're not solving this. This isn't working. We need to just get the fuck out of here. And she just beelines it toward where Trevok was. And I would say, even then, with your thought process, like you're starting to gauge something between here and there, you're starting to realize like she knew exactly where Trevok was before she left that room, but nobody knew where Trevok was because we never saw him go that way except for maybe some other people that had come into the room later. So
Right.
she beelines it down the room. She's calling out for Trevok. She says, "Come, Trevok, we need to go." And then her voice trails off as she enters the room. As she's been in here, she really hasn't taken her eyes off the back of the room. She's looking at something she's definitely never seen before. Think like a dead space fucking ghoul thingy, like just something monstrous. You don't know what it is, doesn't look exactly like that, but to her vision, her eyes are like darting straight on there, and her hand is slightly trembling. You can tell like she's kind of at odds with herself if she should do something to it or just let us all pass and hopefully nothing happens. And you have no idea if it's real or not.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna look back and forth a couple of times, examine Valkithra's expression, and walk towards her. Put a hand on her shoulder.
She startles at this. Her hand grips the hilt of this blade but doesn't activate it yet. She turns back like quickly and then looks back toward the corner, almost as if whenever you see a shadow at your door and you don't think you saw it, but you think you saw it, so you look back,
Yeah,
and
like
then
a
you look
double
again
take.
to see if it would disappear on you. And Elion, we need to leave. Down the stairs is the servants' quarter, and I've been told that there's a red leather-bound book that details some things that were going on here from a cult member that appears to be trapped here. He says he is repentant. He says that this is why I don't know why I can see him only, but I feel like I trust him. Why wouldn't he have attacked us while we were alone? Why is he telling us that there's a book down below? And at this point, she's talking to him as well. She's talking to both Elyon and the entity.
And Gaspian, he's right there.
I
Not
am
talking to
taking it all in. I am listening, but it is all sounding very strange. This is not good. Once it gets to my turn, I will do something.
All right, Elion, do you want to do anything else?
He's going to nod at those words from Valkithra. Are you
I will
sure
also
this is true?
say, I do not know what to believe. And as she says that, something changes in her slightly, and you see her like shiver, like a wind on the back of her neck or something. That just like she shudders just slightly.
Okay. There's all right. Yeah, I think he's going to make his way towards the door then.
Okay.
And I'm next. I'll walk with him, like in step with him, but
Okay.
like constantly. I want to see if this thing like moves toward us, just stands there, just it's a figment of my imagination and vanishes in the envelopes of darkness.
Sorry.
We're getting some text real quick.
Yeah, I bet you are. Don't let him touch your butt.
Mhm.
You stay away from there.
That's not yours to touch. That ain't yours.
Hey, man, the one thing I can say that I can appreciate, we're getting a lot of flavor tonight. Getting a lot of flavor. This is some really developmental RP here. I'm digging it. All right. So Valkithra, it's your turn.
Yeah, I follow Elyon. Like I said, like I'm just kind of keeping my eye on it. I don't know what to expect from it, but I'm just gonna like back down the stairs slowly, just kind of holding on to Elyon's like shoulder slash, at some point, like just keeping a hand on him, like we're in darkness and I can't see, essentially.
Okay. Caspian, you are watching your party members who have remained relatively stoic this entire time almost panic as they make their way down these steps. They're obviously very unsettled and very distraught from things that you're not quite certain as to why. What is it that you do?
I try and get a good idea as to their eye line. Every single time every single time this has happened, their eyes have gone to a certain direction or a certain point. I want to get an idea as to what the direction is.
So, at first, as you entered, Valkithra looked back into this little alcove.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes almost didn't leave that alcove until she turned to talk to Elyon. At which point you could see her tense up and then immediately look down and to the right to Elyon's feet. Right
down
here.
and to the right.
Literally in front of me?
Yeah, literally in front of you. So she that look was far different than you've seen anything on Valkithra's face since. Almost to the point that it might occur to you that maybe she's looking away from it now. And
she's purposely not making eye contact.
Yeah, she's specifically looking. So she's standing here.
Mm-hmm.
She is specifically looking right here, like down to the right, away from it. As if it were standing right here next to you.
You mean behind me?
Yes.
What are you trying to tell me, Ian? What are you trying to tell me? Okay.
Trying to tell you that the thing that she witnessed was literally standing next to you.
I got that part.
And she's incredibly uncomfortable. There's also a dead body over here that no one's investigated yet. If you would like to go investigate it.
I would like to go ahead and investigate this body over here real quick. Man, I want to do. Hold on. Before I do this, it doesn't cost me any movement to turn around, right?
No.
I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
Turn around.
He's typing something to me. Fuck.
I'm not typing anything to you. I'm not typing shit to you, man.
Oh, yeah. So I turn around. There's nothing there. What do I see?
Yeah, there's nothing there, dude.
I look back to Valkithra and curse under my breath and then move over to this dead body.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Man, why do you gotta make it an investigation check? It's fucking shit bullshit. I don't give a fuck.
That's what the rogue is good at.
Golly.
That's
Dude. That's a dead body.
So
that dude's dead.
you see the arm, the cut up arm, and it's sprawled out from underneath this sheet here. Like, so the arm itself, like the hand's kind of tucked back up by it, the elbow kind of comes up, and then the shoulder disappears underneath the sheet. Do you want to uncover that sheet?
Oh, Ian, does the air around this thing feel wrong?
I
Putting my
can
hand
only answer that sarcastically because the air around everything since you've arrived feels wrong.
Okay.
The other thing I want to note too is how incredibly drafty this attic is, and as the sun has set, you're all starting to get very cold. Like, it's in random spurts, you can see your breath within this room.
Motherfucker. You're not gonna get me this time, Ian. I make eye contact with the last three people in the room and say, "We need to fucking get out of here." And I move.
That's what
through this
we've been
fucking door.
saying.
Okay. All right. So everybody's out. We're dipping.
Trayvon calls back like, "Then get the fuck out!"
All right. Then I'm moving everybody down the stairs. Give me just a second.
Where'd my token go?
I got it. It like fell.
Yoinked.
Yeah, I'm yoinking everybody because this is a shitload of stairs.
You sanded yourself and fell to the bottom.
Okay, yeah, give me a second. We gotta just. Oh, fuck.
Did you read the handouts by chance that were
I did.
posted? Okay.
Yeah, mind
Trying
you,
to make sure.
you haven't read all of your handouts, just so you know. Because I don't think I've given them to you because I was waiting for you to go, I'm going to read this second journal
Yeah,
that
there
I
is a
found.
second book that I have. Yeah.
Yeah. That you have not read. Just
Yeah, we haven't really had time to do that just yet. We're messing with the kids, and the kids snuffed out all the lights.
Trying to fucking expel those demons from those lands.
I'm just trying to expel the demons.
dude, these fucking circle stairs are intense. Shit is gonna be pretty cumbersome because I think we're all on like the fucking. Oh, there's so many more to go. Oh
Bring
shit!
me down to the bottom of the floor.
Oh no. Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Like, if y'all want to try and move your people down these stairs, feel free.
Dude,
Yeah,
motherfucker, I'm just
take
gonna
us out of turn order.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can
Yeah.
do that, can I?
because we can't move.
Boop.
We can't move.
Yeah, if y'all want to, just go. You're going all the way to the bottom of the steps.
To the bottom. Wait,
And whoever's first, again, is just as you're going through, you're kind of shoving your way through cobwebs over and over again.
Thing again.
Auto move thing.
Shift click.
Shift click. That's what I figured.
Where are
Which one of you is outside? Somebody.
That's me. I'm dropping myself down there. I got it.
Oh, okay.
like bottom steps, like how, like
Like all the way out the bottom.
Like bottom bitch steps.
Like
I
right
can't even
here.
see my
because
character.
these motherfuckers be going down.
I got yoinked again, I think, Ian.
No.
Light temporarily so that we can see the bottom of the
Unless-
steps.
did I-
Salt had the right idea. Salt had the right idea. So if you poof yourself outside, like I have Irina right there, and then then you can just
click somewhere in between the steps.
boop.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
hang on.
I see.
All right, Irina's down there.
Hey, we got one.
Can you just move
Dan's.
Trayvon? Because I can't get my
Yeah.
right.
I think I just got. I don't have everybody, but I do be having a lot of people. Is there anybody not at the very? Okay, yeah, I see Elion.
There now.
And then here's Trayvok. Is there anybody other than Trayvok
Right
that's
there.
not at the bottom of the steps right now?
I'm down. I made it. Hail.
Holy fuck, dude. We went down like
Do you want
you
to build a
weren't kidding.
snowman?
This
There's
motherfucker
a lot of
going
fucking
down.
stairs.
Okay. Give me
What the
just.
fuck was that?
Somebody moved.
Where did
Terrified.
I just go? Well,
Where did I
You went
go?
over the side.
did I jump
mess
through a
with-
wall by accident?
Yeah.
Mess
I'm
with the-
exploring. Mess with the bull and you get the horns.
Did
Oh,
Trayvon see any
shit.
traps while he was over there?
Terrifying. No,
Ah.
no, I don't like the lighting in here.
Dude, you appeared out of nowhere, and I thought Ian was just like, "Get ready."
Dropping
For
shit in
hell.
like, hey, let's go, boys. You ever seen a dead body? You ever seen your dead body?
Will you allow me to move Than just to the bottom of the steps, like off to the side, so there's no. All right.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess I can't. That's like the furthest I can go. Really? Yeah.
Where are
So as you
That is not you.
exit the stairwell, or I guess as you approach the doorway to the bottom of the stairwell, you hear indiscernible chanting coming from the bottom of the stairs.
DM,
It's-
I'd like to go into stealth.
Its direction,
Trap.
its direction is unknown. The number of people is unknown. The only thing that you recognize is that you hear chanting from all around you. Okay, who's going first? We're going back to turn order, everybody. Actually, I guess
Ian is second, not first.
yeah, let me unclear all of this really quick, clear list, and we're just going we're going right up the thing here. So Trayvok, Thand, Ismark, Caspian, Valkithra, Elion, and I feel like we're missing Irina. Where is Irina in all this mess?
I should.
Oh, I see her. I see her.
I should be. I mean,
It's very hard to see.
it's hard to see, but I.
Yeah, I got you. And you would be like, we'll say just behind Ismark, because y'all are like right there on top of one another. Okay. Most of you are elves. You have dark vision. You don't have dark vision. Irina and Ismark. It's gonna be pretty difficult for you to see. You guys all have enough torches. You're free to light them. They will give away your position in the event that you're attacked by something.
Am I the only one with dark vision?
No. Everyone other than Irina and Ismark have it, actually. Pretty much everybody's got it in the party.
We're all half elves and elves.
And a dwarf, yeah.
So what you're
So-
saying is we have some dead weight we need to cut.
So, Trayvok, you're first up, dude. What are you doing?
Well, I don't even know what we're running from. So
You're
once
not-
we get down-
You're not really running from anything. Y'all just, it was like, we got to get the fuck out of here. This is the way out.
All right. So I'm. Oh, that's right. So I'm looking for the way out. I'm also apparently looking for that red leather book or Valkithra.
Yeah. All right. And do you have your torch lit still?
Uh,
Or did you snuff it out?
no, I think he would still have it lit.
Okay. All right. Feel free to pick your movement. I strongly suggest you guys stick together.
All right.
Don't say that, Ian. Goddamn.
Did I put my torch out?
I have a
Let me think.
question. I have a
Wait,
question. real
nudge,
quick.
nudge.
I don't wanna.
Can you describe some of this area to us? Like, what are like from a torchlight perspective? This looks like stone.
It
But
is.
I noticed
I'm a
that you
dwarf, I
lowered
got
the
stone stuff.
light.
What can I determine about the
And-
stone?
Yeah.
So hold on, one at a time. So Salt, since you were first, the walls are earthen. So it's a mix
Okay.
of clay brick, stone, and in some areas just dirt where it's been dug out. It's very cavernous, so to speak. However, the floor seems to be well put together. The walls in itself seem to bear some sort of fresh earthenness. Some parts of the mud are still wet. The stone is always cold. The bricks are crudely fashioned, and almost not even ever uniform as you look at them.
Fair enough.
Trevok, what were you asking me, dude?
Then I thought the walls were like just stone, so I was gonna see if I had like any stone specialness that I might be able to check in on.
As far as the floor goes, that would be the only thing really that you could recognize. And it reminds you of a pattern you've seen before. But it seems to, it's only in the way that it's laid, not in the actual patterns in the floor. And it seems to kind of strike you as odd because it goes back and forth between looking man-made and completely natural, like a cave floor. And it sort of perplexes you in the non-uniformity that it has within itself, because it all seems to kind of flow together, but it's almost like one person did it and then the other person came by and was like, no, fuck you. And then a third person came by and blended everything in together.
All right, and can you remind me real quick? Like, I don't think I have a weapon, right? Like
you have a club.
or whatever it was?
Yeah, you have so the head broke off of it. You have a club now.
Oh, okay. Totally in character, I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna call back and be like, if you humans need light, I'm dwarving it from here, and I snuff out my torch. Totally in character, only because I wanted to, for no other reason.
Okay. So we're walking into the scariest place in this house, and someone's first inclination was, yeah, I'm putting this torch out.
I mean, we got a little light,
Noted.
fine.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't we see, like, technically just fine?
Yeah. All right. So Trevok.
Humans not so much, and that's why Trevok like calls back and says, "Hey, if y'all need to, like, light yourselves, go ahead." And then just pats out his torch and shakes his head to get his sight going, and then is gonna cautiously proceed forward. I mean, it's so dark in this here, I can't really see where I'm going, but I guess like to here, like, and just kind of look around. This is like, I guess a hall. I can't tell. It's so damn dark. So yeah, I'm just kind of cautiously moving. There I am right there.
Okay. All right. So is that where you're stopping?
If I can, I'll describe what we see as dark vision. So we can see in bright light if it were dim light, but since it's actually dark and we can't see shit because nothing's lit up down here, we see as if it is dim light and we cannot discern colors anymore.
Okay, so like a grayscale
Yep.
kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah. So then it would pretty much be as you see it right now. Whereas with Ismark and Irina, they're going to be stumbling down the steps here in just a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess that this is like a hallway, so I'm just kind of looking. Do I need to roll search or anything, or spot? Maybe spot for any hidden creatures or anything like that, or?
I mean, if you want to just take a quick perception around, kind of get your bearings straight and see what it is you're looking at.
Like an indication of where an exit might be, kind of also.
That you're probably not going to be able to tell about just like looking around at stuff.
All right, then I'll just do a perception check.
Okay.
20.
All right. So you recognize in front of you a small corridor, and there seems to be, well, I guess there's a little sign right here that says Crypts on it. And it's kind of denoting this like little alcove back in here.
Okay.
And then obviously there's a path that leads you to the right, and another one that goes to the left just a little bit, but it turns off and you can't see anything else. But as far as your perception of like seeing any danger or any traps or anything, everything looks as it is. Nothing really kind of catches your eye other than that sign that says Crips on it.
Okay. Then is my final thing for my turn. I just point to the sign and I'm like, "Oi, lads, we be down in the." And I'm also kind of hushed since we're close together. Like, "Hey, lads, I think we'd be down in an actual crypt down here," and then that would just end my turn.
Okay.
Like, just not because I don't have any further movement. I don't think, unless I want to dash, and I don't want to dash.
Okay. Thand.
Would Thand have noticed that Travox just has a wooden club as a weapon right now?
I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know. Travox, did you draw it?
Well, I guess item interactions, or do I have to do that on my turn? But I think
I mean, yeah, if you can just say, like, could you snuff the torch out? You can just say, I snuffed the torch out and then grab my club. That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he would have done.
Okay, so yeah, so it's not just a club. It's a broken haft of a ornamental hammer or mace. So he keeps switching his stance with it. So in certain parts he'll have it raised really high, and then other parts he'll have it dropped really low, like he was getting ready to stab somebody with it. But you can clearly see like it's splintered and broken and not really going to offer him much utility outside of the way of just whopping something in the head with it.
All right. With that knowledge, Sand will try, as quietly as he can, will approach Travox.
Okay.
Hey, I have an extra short sword in my pack. Do you want it?
Yeah, lad, give me the pretty thing.
And I would hand Travox one
Quickly, like switching it out.
sword.
Okay. So Travox, you now have a short sword. Do you have it equipped?
Yeah, he would. I mean, I guess I would hold on to the club just in case, so that'll be in my backpack. But
Okay. All right. So
I would not have the short sword equipped.
okay. So I've changed up your alchemy attack actions. If you're going to use that suite to roll, then you'll have it all set up.
Yep, I see it. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Thand, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I guess just a perception check, or just also just checking out what's around, listening, see if you can hear anything.
I do want to point out that he rolled super high on his perception, so
that's not
even if it's really not going to give you any more info than what he got.
Thand's taking a step to the side, or where would you deem he could step off to the side and not be in the way of people were trying to get past him?
I mean, yeah, you could step out into the hallway. That's fine. You can just kind of brush out past Travox. You can go to either side, left or right.
Alright. Just kind of post up right on the pillar.
Okay. And are you guys trying to be semi-quiet with the whole ordeal, or is it are we stumbling and bumbling our way down?
Stumble bumble.
Mm-hmm.
Travox has
you
been
said that we hear the chanting.
a little more cautious. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Be on edge.
Yeah, I got you.
I'd be Thand's trying to be sleuthy, but you know how that goes.
Give
He's
me.
not Saturday Night Fever strutting through this place or anything. He's
Actually, you know what? I'll say that. So yeah, you just. Actually, you know what? Here, this will be good. No, never mind. No, it won't. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is fine for now. So yeah, you hear some chanting, kind of off in the distance, but again, it almost just seems like it's all around you. Like there's no one discernible direction. Like it may sound louder from over here, but you hear the reverberation coming off of this wall back over here as well. Like it easily surrounds you just all the way around. This spectral audium just envelops you in this weird cavern-like maze that you've stepped into. So do you just want to step down and be out of the way? Are you trying to post up anywhere and draw a sword and shield? Like, what's the deal? Stand.
My bad, I was
You're
muted.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be pulling my sword and shield out, but like I said, I'm just sticking to this pillar, waiting for everyone to kind of either pile up here or see
Okay.
which way we want to be going and all that.
All right. We're actually, give me a second. We're going to let Irina go first. Okay. Irina, you can't see the tip of your nose. It's so dark. The two that were in front of you, you can hear kind of shuffle ahead. You hear Thand whisper quietly to Trevok, though you're far enough away, that's all you hear beneath the chanting is just a and then that's it. What do you want to do?
Well, the hallway, arm's length for me. Would I be able to touch both sides?
So you can touch one side of the stairwell. The other one seems to, as you reach for it, you get further and further out, almost to the point where you're off balance before you stop trying to reach for the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna try to guide myself using the wall.
Okay. Are you going to try and stay focused on not losing your balance, or are you going to try and be quiet?
Probably concentrate on my balance because I'm not running into something, because I'm going to be loud if I run into something.
Okay. So I want you to give me a stealth roll as you come down the steps, since you're focused on balance.
Still means +1. Oh, that's a 9.
You go down the first 2 steps without issue, but your foot misses the third one, and the breastplate that you are wearing scrapes loudly against the wall. You pause for a second. You listen intently. You can tell that no one in your party is breathing right now. Everyone's standing there with held breath. You pause, and pause. Nothing seems to change. The chanting stays as it is. Everything seems to be quiet and okay. And you continue to make your way down to the bottom of the steps.
Do I feel like I'm any close to any of my group?
You're not necessarily sure, but you know that they didn't get too far ahead. So you're kind of, dragging a hand across the wall, and then you bump into Trevok.
Okay. It would be very helpful if the people who can see help the people who can't, if you're wanting us to be quiet.
To Trevok and Thand.
She's sabotaging us. I stab her.
Oh god!
Right through the neck. I can see her fine, so.
Before we move forward, Thand, I know that you had mentioned to me about needing a specific time off. What is your schedule like tonight?
We got another hour, I'd say.
Okay, cool, perfect. All right, well then we're back in this motherfucker. Let's do this shit.
Awesome.
Ismark, what you doing?
Fuck that stumbling around the dark. I'm a lot of goddamn torch, but I will be staying far enough back that if they choose to creep ahead, that my light will not necessarily give them away. But I'm not crawling around the dark. Right?
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
Also, I'm grabbing onto things, armor or something, and holding on and just following along with him.
On whose arm?
Was it that Dan that I ran into?
Trayvok. You bumped into Trayvok.
Trayvon.
I do have some rope, I think.
That's all I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna have my torch lit. I don't want to be giving them away, so I will be the rear guard.
Okay, so you light your torch and turn to the. I guess you would turn to the left there, and just press your back up against the wall and quietly motion Valkithra forward. Or are you going to go down the stairs?
Yeah. It's automatically doing.
Also, I as a person, I'm just having a lot of time seeing on this map, so I may be
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. All right. So is that where you're going to stop right there? Or are you going to catch up? Well, you said you were hanging back, right?
I don't want my light to give everybody away if they're trying to creep through. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll hang back.
Okay.
Right after you got done telling us to stick together. So,
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's cool.
Caspian.
So I see the torch go up, and I close my eyes to try and preserve some of my dark vision. With a little bit of a roll of my shoulders, I'm gonna run along the wall and go over these people and land right over here, so I don't get.
I'm gonna need an acrobatics check, sir.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Because this went so well for you, like dance. Because that shit did not go well for you.
What, I was gone?
No, when we were going to Mad Mary's house and we were jumping the fence. Like session 3. Okay, so
jumping a fucking fence.
So Ismark, with little to no heads up, all you hear is a pat pat right in front of you, and this shadowy figure just kind of lands like knee on the ground and then slowly rises in front of you. Nat, do you do anything else to like gesture to him or anything, or are you just jumping over in front of him?
Just said, excuse me.
I speak behind him and say, those who have to see as the dark must look away from light long enough to be able to see. Please keep the torch to yourself. And I walk out into the hallway.
Okay. Valkithra.
I'm gonna try to move as far as I can down the hallway, noticing the like crypt sign, and kind of post up right here if I can.
Okay.
If I can make it there.
Sure.
I want to do so in stealth as quietly as possible.
Okay. Mind you, so we're in turn order. There is no initiative rolled yet. So you don't need to burn actions or anything. Like, if you go too far, I'll be like, yeah, no, that would, you wouldn't have time to pull it out by the time you saw it. You were moving too fast. But for the sake of us getting through a lot of this, like, I'm not going to hem you guys up to move speed.
Got you.
I probably should have said that earlier. I just assumed that everybody was stopping at the doorway because nobody wanted to go first because this place is spoopy.
Spoopy!
Everybody's going to kind of see her as she gets into the light and starts to exit the light back over here by Ismark, that she pretty much just goes into a low crawl, and for most people probably will lose sight of her like almost immediately. Assuming I don't roll a 1. Let me roll stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and give us that stealth roll.
This brilliant stealth.
Oh, it is brilliant. So you guys kind of watch Valkithra's shadow, or I guess its silhouette, fade off into the shadow, and the off-put of the black in the silhouette just fades into the rest of the shadow, and she is now gone.
And then I think from, I guess, any point forward, I'm going to be like searching for traps or any type of like tripwires, cans that can set off noises in front of us or anything of that nature.
Valkithra is in detect mode.
That is correct. I am in detect mode.
Okay. So for you now in stealth and in detect, well, don't. No, I'm not going to do that. That's 3.5 shit. It's not on here. Okay, that's fine. But you being in stealth, like I am going to have to limit your movement a little bit. So you've got to stay within the 6 tile thing. Everybody else can go fucking like 12.
Can I give you an investigation check as I go, or do you want me to periodically do that?
Just at random. I'll ask you as you kind of like move. So right now, like we have good perception rolls. You know, everybody knows kind of everything that's around here, and that's all we need to worry about. As we move to further areas, I'll have you roll stuff. Okay, that leads us to Elion.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way down the stairs.
Okay.
With everybody, and
Okay.
stopping behind Ishmark.
Okay.
As he with the torch. If I can still move past him, I will. But if not, I'll stay behind him and say, "Let me go in front, as I can see rather well in the dark. But you can keep the torch in the back, and I will stay close enough to y'all that there will not be a break in the chain."
Okay. For as long as there's a torch lit, I will do you guys all a favor. Just kind of lighten it just a tad. How's that? Is that too light?
I dig it.
Yeah, I like it.
That's fine.
Me likes you.
Yeah, that works.
That way, we don't all have to break our eyes looking at this. Okay. So, does that end your turn then, Elion?
If I can move in front of them,
Sure.
I will. But if not, then no.
Yeah, you can push your way past if you
Okay,
want.
yeah, I'll just catch up then, kind of waiting at the doorway to push forward with the rest of the group. Trying to keep a bit of a buffer between the torch and I, you know.
Yeah, gotcha.
But also trying to stay far enough back that I'm no more than like 2 arms length from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Trayvok.
All right, so I'm gonna progress further because, like, I think I'm first for the most part. So, like, I'm gonna continue up this way.
Okay.
I'm gonna gesture again in case anyone forgets. Like, gesturing to my right, the hallway to my right. Like, that be the crypt. Like, I think that be the crypt, right? So let's not go that way. And I'm gonna continue. Do I see anything? Can I just walk around the corner? Do I see anything?
Yeah, so you recognize the faint glow of some kind of fire ahead of you. And you can't quite make out what the room is just as yet, but you recognize that there's a ton of stuff on shelves and things, and there's lanterns that are holding it.
Then I'm going maximum movement in that direction.
Okay. I'll let you get to like right there.
Well, watch out for that tripwire.
Oh, come on.
If need be, you can just click your character, then use WAS and D to move. Because with the elevation changes, it'll get a little wonky.
Yeah.
Okay. So you... Yeah. That was pretty much it. You recognize that you're in a giant kitchen. And... Give me a perception check. Where you're in here.
All right. Perception.
Yeah, let me pull back up my alchemy.
Where is it? Perception.
Dwarf doesn't read common.
Dwarf no read common.
Oof.
You you catch the smell of some kind of savory and succulent meat. And it takes you back to your years in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And you're kind of drawn over to the fire. You realize now that it's been quite a while since your last meal. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goodness. Ooh, come on.
Before you is a large oh man, I'm losing words here, they're hard. Is a skewered shank of meat. It's been a while since it's been rotated, and the bottom of which is a little overburnt. The skin's kind of bubbling slightly. Nevertheless, you look to your left and find a large butcher knife and shave off a small piece and take a big bite. And that will end your turn.
Oh, great. Of course I do.
Put you there. Thand, your turn.
I guess I'll be following after Trevok.
Okay.
How you'll let me go?
Yeah, I'll let you get all the way in there too. Everybody right now, sort of Salt can get to about right here. Or I guess for all the sake of it all, about right there where the light is. That way you can at least see.
Step in here.
Mm-hmm.
Before leaving, before charging off, then
We're all going after him, right?
I mean, I
Just the
guess to be
plan.
fair, if people are just gonna walk past me, why would I be in stealth?
I don't know. I guess in case they get ambushed, they don't know that you're there.
You're too
I
sneaky.
mean- Yeah, I mean,
And also, they didn't know that you were there. Per my description, once you walk past, you just disappeared into the shadow. They don't even know where you are.
fair enough.
Okay. Thand, what do you want to do, man? As you walk up, you see Trevok he's holding a knife and he's shoving a piece of meat into his mouth.
Trevor, what is that?
You can see him, he's chewing on it loud and kind of boisterously, and there's juices from the meat kind of, dripping down into his beard, down from his lips.
Spit that out. We don't know what that is. It could be poisoned.
I'm starving.
But we don't even know these people to eat people. What if that's people?
It's people.
Yeah.
My
It's
goodness.
always people.
Did you make me eat somebody?
Thand, roll perception.
Oh god.
What?
Bad. Perception.
There was one of those chef shows where someone put human.
Thand, roll wisdom save.
There it is.
Oh,
That's what we've been waiting for.
That's the money shot.
No.
Double oof.
Thand, you notice a couple chalices sitting on the on the table. You recognize, or I guess you realize how parched you are. Your throat hurts as you breathe in. It's been a really long time since you've had anything to drink, and you've always dreamed of drinking from a chalice, like the bishop of your church once did. And before you can stop yourself, you move forward to the table, and you pick this chalice up, and you drink its contents.
What the fuck?
Irina, your turn.
Well, I kind of would be with Trevok because I grabbed a hold of his
Okay.
arm or whatever.
Okay. So you're up here with them. give me perception. Oh shit, wrong one.
That's a 10.
10 perception.
All going down.
Give me a wisdom save.
The party
Eight.
eats arsenic.
No, that's all. No, a 9.
Do that one more time.
Damn.
What? You rolled another 9.
Yeah.
You
It's a buffet down here, lad.
you you snatch Trayvog's short sword out of his hand, and overcome with famine, you carve off an even larger piece of the shank that's being skewered in front of you, and you take the knife, turn it upside down, and stab it into the wooden countertop here, and you shove a large piece of meat into your mouth. Ismark. Your turn, buddy. What are you doing?
Sounds
There's
of nom nom going on down here.
Join us. Join us.
Yeah, if there's already a light down there from the other fire, I'll just go ahead and join them.
Okay.
It sounds like they're not trying to be stealthy. It sounds like they're just stuffing their faces. Oh, God. I'll stop that.
All right, sir. Give me a perception roll.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hate
Yep.
this.
Help us. Help us.
6. Yep.
No.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Get all the way over there.
Oh,
Oh.
19.
Okay.
Nice.
You you see this other chalice on the table. You quickly walk your way through, and you say to yourself, wow, I could really use a drink. And you pick the goblet up and you go to press it to your lips, and a strange metallic smell comes across your nose. And you look down at its contents, and you recognize that that isn't red wine. And you peer a little bit closer, and you reach in to this liquid, and with stained red fingers, you pull out some form of clot. And you quickly recognize that it is a blood clot. What do you do?
And you're disgusting.
Oh my god.
I hurl the rest of the contents into the fire. Not the whole goblet, but the contents.
He puts out the fire. You can no longer see.
I have a torch.
More than me, don't.
Listen,
Y'all let the
I don't think that we should partake in these things. It is not what it seems.
Did you say you were pouring the contents in the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do so, the flames turn purple.
That completes the summoning ritual. God damn it.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Every time. God damn.
Okay. All right. So you pour the contents of that out. That'll end your turn. Caspian.
God damn it, guys. The fuck?
On down.
I watched like half the party fucking go around the corner
and just eat
and go.
and
I
drink
wouldn't.
random foods.
I wouldn't do. Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Whoopsie.
He's gonna move. Oh, Jesus Christ! This is such a bad fucking idea, guys.
Everything is a bad idea. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
From where I am, can I see that they're drinking and eating like flesh?
No, you're fucking, one, you're like 35 feet away, and two, there's like a wall between you and most of them.
What do my elf eyes see, though? All right, I'll come around the corner.
Legolas, what do you see?
I'll come around the corner. And you said there's a wall in the way, right?
Yeah. Like, now you can, you still really can't. You can see Trevok and Irina, like, shoulder to shoulder right here, and you're not really sure what it is that they're doing, but they're doing the same action.
They're going zombie mode.
This is such a bad fucking idea. Caspian has no loyalties. Fine. Okay. He's gonna move to the stairs and call out to the group. Like, Ismark?
Yes.
Irina?
All right, Greyhawk would just call back then and be like, "All right, lad, come and get you some of this."
Some of
You come
what?
put this in your mouth. It's delicious.
Am I picking up any smells at this point, Ian? Where
Nope.
I'm not picking up anything.
Nope. Not till you get down in there and give me a perception check.
Do
Alright.
it.
I'm gonna get down
Just
in
do
here
it.
and get you your stupid perception check.
Help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm your only hope at this point, I guess. Please, God.
Mm.
Oh man, this is so great.
Man, sounds like a wisdom save.
Yeah, give me that wisdom save.
One of us. One of us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Use my amulet.
Yeah. Oh, man. Woohoo!
That gives me advantage on it, right? I get to roll again.
Let me read the notes on that shit really quick. Don't think it gave you advantages on that. I thought it just gave you... Motherfucker, I didn't pin it.
I didn't hit it either. That's why I was like, did it do it? I remember it could have saved me from either of these situations, and I would have used it.
No.
None of them? It doesn't do either?
No. So you have +1 to saving throws with that on.
Wow! I wouldn't have dropped into the hole if I knew it was only a +1. Okay, fine.
Read your shit, dog. So, my friend, you kind of round the corner here and you see everyone else is just kind of leisurely partaking in everything. You see a bowl of soup. And more importantly, next to that bowl of soup, you see an empty chair. And you work your way around, and almost arrogantly, do you look at all of the others, and then you look down at your meal that you're about to stuff into your gullet. You plop down into the chair, clap your hands together, you start rubbing them, and you reach down and grab your spoon and start shoveling the contents of that bowl into your mouth.
Before I start eating this thing, is this a charm effect?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
How's that big toe tasting?
Apparently really good.
All right, Valkithra.
Who's left with me back here?
Elion, yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No idea.
How the fuck have all of you rolled so poorly?
So bad.
You don't have a
Just have-
single
We're
wisdom.
just rolling the dice, Ian. You're the one writing the story.
Yeah.
Only Elyon, really.
It's your perception.
So far, we have 5 people that have come in and
Well-
botched a perception and wisdom save.
Can I say something about perception? It's
Sure.
wisdom based. So there you go. And
So,
your double wisdom
none
roll
of us
goes-
have.
Well, like I said, don't build a strong character, build a strong party.
I don't think any of us have a particularly strong character either.
Got a few.
I mean, at this point, she doesn't know, so she's just gonna follow the group. And I guess since they're being all fucking nonchalant about it, she's not gonna be super stealthy about it either, and just go down there.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Investigate lightly the way down. I don't think I'm gonna see anything there either.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
There you go.
Oh, Christ. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Bro.
It's not much better.
Oh, thank fuck. All right. Golly.
Honestly, I wanted him
Me and
to
his
fail
wife.
so I could just watch you like
Yeah, true,
see this
actually.
entire campaign fall apart.
We're just
Not for
down
that
here
reason.
eating.
I thought that would have been just the absolute icing on shit cake right there.
So
I see that looks so good.
you notice this chest up here,
Oh yeah, my fingers.
and you
I got
think
my
to
fingers
yourself
out.
how tired you are.
Oh,
And
fair enough.
you just begin to kind of like trudge your way up the stairs. And you think to yourself, oh, wow, this would be a really good place to stop and rest. And you push open. I don't think I can actually open it. No, it's just a prop. It doesn't actually open. You push open the lid of the chest. And just you climb in, you slowly set yourself inside,
Top of it? I'm just gonna sleep inside
and
of it?
you go to reach up and grab the lid and lower it down upon yourself. And just before it clasps shut, you think to yourself, what the fuck am I doing? And you push the lid back over and get out. Elyon.
What's going on?
Motherfucker. Well, I gotta go to the group. And
I gotta go.
Do, 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 do.
I don't think I can fix this.
Fix this!
I'm gonna just
You
make
are
more holy
really
water
our
and try to
only hope
burn
now.
Irina.
Specifically, Irina.
That's the whole campaign. He keeps shaking holy water in the face.
Okay, I'm going, yeah, fuck it, dude. I'm
Yep.
going in.
Give me a perception check. You get in.
Yeah, here.
Can I help him? I want as I see him come in, I want to say, "Steal yourself. Something is wrong."
Got a 19.
Okay, so you walk in and you see Valkythra say, "Steal yourself, something is wrong." And you look about and you see Ismark holding it's essentially a liquid scab in his hand. And he's still kind of perplexed by what he's looking at. And then you look over through this little space, and you see Irina and Trevok just like stuffing hunks of meat in their face. And you recognize that something's kind of off about the way that they're eating. And the coup de grace of all of it is Than turns and looks at you. And he's like, "Come, brother, come join the feast." And you see blood dripping from the corners of his mouth down his chin. And there's even a small, thick, viscous pool of blood at his feet, where he he was so concerned about draining the cup as quickly as he possibly could that he didn't bother to try and catch every drop that came out. The move is yours.
Come on over, brother.
I'm going to sprint towards him and slap the chalice out of his hand.
Okay.
And if successful, do I need to roll for that?
No.
Okay, well then yeah, I'm slapping that just out of his hand onto the ground.
Okay.
Dude, stop consuming this stuff. What is going on here? And I want to cast Purify Food and Drink.
Okay.
Say all non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere, centered on a point of my choice, is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
Okay.
Not necessarily sure that's actually even valid here out of character, but
You can try it. I got some flavor. Got some flavor for it.
Elyon was the dude that did. He went to like the mission work he did was purifying food in famished places and stuff.
Okay.
I think since I can put it actually on a point. Oh cool! I forgot they actually have a fucking sphere, dude. That's sick. I'll just put it here. I think
Okay.
that should reach everyone.
Okay.
What is
It's one tile.
One tile.
Yeah.
Will that? Okay.
You have to choose between Elyon or you have to choose between Caspian or Traylock and Irina.
Yeah, we'll have to put it on the table then.
Okay.
Between the two and get these two guys.
Okay. So as you mutter this prayer, a small ball of light emits over the table, and it's just enough to see the small crook of an index finger hanging out of the corner of the spoon that Caspian is holding. And he goes to push it into his mouth and sees it illuminated in the light. And he kind of comes back to, throws the spoon on the ground. That takes us to Trayvok, who is currently chomping down. Trayvok, give me another perception roll.
Yeah, I was going to ask because he would be startled by Elyon's actions. So, another perception?
Yep.
Nope. Looks good to me.
Give me another wisdom roll. Oh, nice. So you shove the last bit of meat that you have in your hands into your mouth and reach forward, or you reach with a small thunk. You pull the knife from the wood and you carve off another section. And you slam it back down you slam the knife back down into the wood and keep eating. Thand, what are you doing?
Is Thand aware of what's happening right now?
I slapped the chalice out of
it. Pretty much, yeah.
What was that for?
Then, would he have seen like is he seeing anything? Can I roll again, perception, see?
So since he's kind of like slapped the chalice out of your hand, you kind of come back to, and your mouth is filled with a strange metallic taste. It's very much like you just took a bunch of quarters and shoved them into your mouth. It's like licking the inside of a SpaghettiOs can. And that's really all you can muster. Give me a Constitution save.
This tastes disgusting.
Con save.
Perfect. So you manage to stifle it back once more. You well all of it together, though you feel strange, slimy sensation as you look down to the ground and spit out a scab that had been re-moistened within the blood of your chalice. And the sight of it makes you retch for a moment.
I'm definitely throwing up.
And then you pull it back. You manage to, like, whenever you're drunk, you just took that shot, it went down wrong, and you're trying not to vomit, but you can manage to center yourself back together, and you're good. You're cool.
What if I want to throw up, though?
I mean, you're more than welcome to, but you're going to have to do a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, he's stifled.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be like that time you threw up.
Play the soundboard.
Okay, all right. Irina, roll me a perception check.
Say again, sorry.
Oh, I was telling Irina to roll a perception.
A 10.
A 10? All right, roll a wisdom save.
18.
18. So you shove the last bit of meat in your mouth and you go to pull the knife out from the wood and you spin the shank around a little bit to get a better cut. And when you look past the bubbling broiled flesh, you immediately recognize the shape of a human kneecap. I need you to roll a con save. What was it?
Well, I rolled a 3, and my constitution +1, so 4.
Okay. You stuff the knife back into the wood as you turn and begin to vomit all over the floor. I'm just gonna do. I'll give you choice. Either I can roll percentage, or you can roll a stealth roll.
Don't you fucking barf on me.
I'll roll.
Quiet barfing.
Okay. Yeah, she's hurling, but she knows that she's too loud. Y'all are going to be in trouble.
Nice.
Got the wherewithal.
30-20.
All right.
Nice.
So you managed to kind of stifle your hurling to a minor roar. You don't make a whole lot of noise outside of the vomit splashing on the ground and then back onto your shoes. Ismark, you stand there holding a moistened blood clot. You look down at the cup and you're not sure whether to be repulsed or thankful. And you set the cup back down. What do you do?
I kind of surveil the situation, and I'm starting to see everybody they're kind of picking up on the reality of the situation. And Trayvok is still stuffing his face, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna
think
pull him away from that.
he's the only one that's not been. He's the only one currently still dealing with everything that everyone else had dealt with.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap that shit out of his hand. And I'm gonna go, look. I'm gonna point at the kneecap.
Okay. So
And,
you will walk over here. You're gonna slap that shit from his hands. Trayvok, do you have any response recognizing a human kneecap and from the shank that you guys have been cutting meat from?
Yeah, he would be repulsed and nauseous about it.
Okay. Give me just 1 second here. So, Irina ate the leg shank, her and Trayvok.
Mm-hmm. And drink.
Yeah.
Chalice. Okay.
Ismark, did you do that as well?
He did
I,
not.
I noticed it first.
Okay.
Save the wisdoms.
Yeah, the wisdom. I made my wisdom save, but not my perception check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then. Okay. All right. Excellent. That was all I needed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Okay.
actually kept track of the same exact thing earlier in my notes.
So Ismark walks over, slaps the meat out of Trevok's hands. Trevok, you immediately snap back too, and you recognize that when he points that finger, you've known your own legs well enough to know that the meat that you've been eating on isn't some form of lamb or cow. That was some humanoid leg that you just carved off of and took big bites out of.
What?
Ismark, you have anything else you want to do?
Well, as long as the rest of my allies are kind of
No, everybody's aware now.
Great.
Okay.
great. Fuck that shit.
Caspian, what are you doing?
I'm trying to not eat the bowl of human.
No, you're good. You're good. When he purified it, you like looked down and you were like, "Oh shit, there's a finger in this."
I turn around and take a look at these papers and look over them. Do I see anything?
Yeah. So there's a few ingredients list. Like they're almost like recipes. And you see blood wine, calf shank, fetid stomach apples,
Some stomach apples.
and finger stew.
What was the last two things? Blooded something?
Fetid, it was
Blood wine, half shank.
fetid stomach apples.
Ew.
And finger stew.
Finger stew. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Fun times.
And actually, I think that's where we'll call it. We'll call it there tonight. Because we're right at 11. Dan will have to go soon. And my wife just got home. So we will call it here. Questions, thoughts, concerns?
I don't want to eat no more dead people.
So Ismark, and who was the other one that didn't eat anything?
Valkithra and Elion didn't eat or didn't partake in anything.
Ishmark didn't either, I thought.
Yeah, so say Ismark, Elion, and Valkithra.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. I'm bad.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll set the event here in the next couple days. We'll be playing in about 2 weeks. Probably on the 16th, I'm guessing will be our next session. And we will go from there.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, bye guys.
All right, later.
See ya.